Hello, welcome to Bub's World. I'm your host Bub, and today we're going to get into a few movie-related items that I picked up. We got figures, we got vinyl records, we got comics. So let's see what I got.
You're watching Bub's Comics, Bub.
Alright, so real quick, I just want to say that I saw two movies this summer that I really enjoyed. Superman and Fantastic Four. So this is going to be a Superman Fantastic Four haul. So let's see what we're into. First off, the first movie I saw was Superman, and I already got a big Superman book this year, so I wasn't picking up another one of those. But specifically, I really enjoyed the character design and everything of Superman. It's just a great movie. So if you haven't seen it, go see it. But I picked up the Superman in Crypto. This is the deluxe theatrical edition of the McFarlane toy. So here it is. And you see it has multiple faces. I want to say heads all the time, but they're not actually different heads. They're like face swaps for Superman. Superman looks good there. And then also Crypto the dog. And I really dig the box. I still haven't decided if I'm going to keep this in box or out of box. Check that out. Cool little thing on the side, on the back. And then look at that side. In the word Superman, you have the photo of Superman. I thought that was really cool. Another interesting thing about this, so the deluxe one comes with Crypto, and then also the cape is wired, so you can bend it and put it in poses and stuff. So super happy to have this, digging it. I got mine from GameStop. I ordered it from GameStop. So I'm sure that they're still out there and available. I didn't think that my local Walmarts or anything would carry these, but these are readily available. I think they're going for like $50 right now, most places. So if you can get one cheaper than that, definitely get one cheaper than that. And if you can't, I think it's worth the $50. When I first got it, I intended to take it out of box, but after seeing the presentation of the box and that cool blue foil that McFarlane's doing on these, it's hard for me to take it out of the box. So we'll see. I do want to pose it like I have all my other figures, but the box is so cool, I might keep it in box. So to be determined, right? All right. Next up, I saw the Fantastic Four, and I don't want to get into a big comparison between the two movies. To me, the Superman was one of the best DC movies maybe I've ever seen, and definitely in a long time. And I thought Fantastic Four was one of the best Marvel movies that I've seen in a long time, and I really enjoyed it. And I liked the world that they built in the Fantastic Four, and I hope that they return to that. It was kind of a modern 60s look, and the aesthetic of it was just very pleasing to me. And the story was decent. The characters were really good. I thought it was very well acted and very good overall. So that's all I'll say about that. There's no spoilers for movies here. But one of the things I really liked was the Fantastic Four theme that they introduced in this movie. And I really enjoyed it. So I went, you can get this at Disney Emporium. That's who put it out. Now there's a lot of places that'll carry this, but this is a Fantastic Four single. And you see it's got the picture of the Fantastic Four. I loved the outfits, loved everything about this. And on the back, you can see that it has the Fantastic picture, cutouts of the Fantastic Four. And it has the songs of Fantastic Four First Step's main theme, which is what I really wanted. And then the Let Us Be Devoured song, which plays during the credits, which is absolutely freaking horrible. So, to me, everyone's musical taste is different, but I think that song's dog crap. But if you collected vinyl records back in the day, you know that on most 45s, the A side was a song you wanted, and the B side was like the worst song from the album. And if you could stand that song, then you knew that the album was going to be good, and you might as well go buy the album. Because if you like the A side a lot and you like the B side, go buy the album, because it was the best and the worst from the album. So that's a cool insert there. Richard, Storm, another Storm, right? Because Sue Storm and Johnny Storm are brother and sister. And Grimm for Ben Grimm the Thing. So very cool. And then the back is similar to the back of the other one. So there's that. And then this was just too cool. check this out. Look at this disc. It's a 7-incher. And I'm really digging that. I mean, that is awesome, awesome, awesome sauce. And then on the back, it has some writing there. It's a 45. And that cool blue is just gorgeous. I just absolutely love it. I fell in love with it. And the Disney Emporium, Music Emporium, has been doing a really, really cool promo. I think it might be AI. I'm not sure, but it's a really, really cool promo where they show this playing on the record player that Johnny Storm has in the movie. So it's really cool, and I loved that. It was one of those things where, you know, once they know you're into something or you're thinking about it, they keep sending me more and more advertisements, and it worked. Because I was seeing this in my feed, and every feed I have, this was coming up into the advertisements. And every time I saw it, I was like, man, just go ahead and get that. So I went ahead and got it because I wanted it so bad. And then all of a sudden, they stopped showing up in my feed. So they must have noticed I purchased it, right? So AI gets creepier every day. Thanks for the assist on that. Let's get to comics. Technically, only one comic. This book I really needed to have in my collection. I probably shouldn't have bought it, but it is what it is. So I saw on Instagram that someone had upgraded their copy to a very high grade, and they posted below that their 1.0 low grade copy of this Silver Age book was going to be available shortly. And so I was just stalking that person on Instagram, just stalking them. And then they did end up releasing it for sale. The price on it was honestly almost too good to be true. So I held off for a minute, and I wanted to see, and this is all full disclosure to whoever the poor person is that didn't end up getting it. But I waited, and I was thinking about it, and I had decided, so I posted one day around the afternoon. The next morning I had decided that I was going to go ahead and pull the trigger. And so, or close to it, I thought, well, maybe I'll send, because it always says like, buy it now, or it was a buy it now. And then you could DM to risk it, meaning you could send over an offer via DMs. And if they accept it, then great. But if they don't, somebody else might snag it, right? For the full price. So it was already a great price, but I had thought I was going to try and get maybe like $25 off, you know. And so I was going to do that, and I saw that someone had already posted under the post on Instagram. They already put DM'd, which means someone's already made an offer on the book. And I thought, oh crap, somebody's made an offer on this book. And I was totally good with paying the full price that they had asked. It was already about half of what it generally goes for. And I was like, yep, I'll take it. So, and of course, being that I claimed it, you know, I still sweated for about an hour until the claim was recognized. But being as that I claimed it for full price, my claim jumps ahead of the DM'd offer, and so I won the book. So here it is, Fantastic Four #1 in a 1.0. Of course, this book in any condition is expensive, but this one in particular I wanted for other reasons. So there's Fantastic Four. Now, the more astute of you out there, or the ones that are more aware, now it's rough. I mean, it's a 1.0. I mean, it's rough, but it's complete. It's all there. It looks good to me, and it's got that just amount of patina that I like. And I'm gonna probably hang this one up and have it on display for quite some time. Now, some of you notice that something's missing on this book, and what's missing is the price tag. So this is a Golden Records reprint of the book. Now, this reprint is from 1966, and to my knowledge, it's the first real reprint of this book. And there's several years between, 4 or 5 years between the original printing and this second or later printing, or whatever you want to call it, reprint. And now I am a vinyl record collector. So for me, getting a Golden Records reprint is a pretty big deal for me. This puts this above any other reprint that exists of this book. And then also the price of the original #1 is, I hate when people say I'll never own that book or it's out of, but here's the thing. I would never spend the money for the first print Fantastic Four #1. It's at a price range where I wouldn't spend it on that book. Not that I wouldn't spend it, and it's not that I wouldn't spend it on a comic book even. It's just that I don't care enough about Fantastic Four to make that the book that I spend that kind of money on. So I'll never own that book. Not because I couldn't ever own it, but because I just wouldn't choose to own it. So I'd have to find it somewhere or get extremely lucky, and then of course I'd be happy to keep it. But there it is, Fantastic Four #1. Probably the closest I'll get to the actual #1, and that's fine with me. I actually like this better. This makes me happier than the other book probably would. And I mean, easy to say, right? But also I'm going to be, come along with me on this journey as I attempt to collect all of the Golden Record reprint editions. There's 4 books altogether, this being one of them. So I'm a quarter of the way through the run already. And I'm going to attempt to collect all the vinyl records that go with them. Now, all that together is going to cost a pretty penny when I piece that all together. A lot of times you see the record but not the book but not the record, and when you see them together, they want a ridiculous amount for the pair, far more than you could get it if you just waited and bought them individually. So my goal is going to be probably to buy them individually or for good prices each, and I could not turn this one down. This was, like I said, even obviously for the reprint version, or the Golden Records reprint, it was offered at half what it usually goes for in the fair market value. So I jumped all over it. And maybe I'll get lucky with the other ones. But this is one of the more expensive ones. There's 2 of the most expensive ones, the Spider-Man #1 and the Fantastic Four. And the Spider-Man #1 is the most expensive one, usually, that I see available. Somebody might say, well, in a 9.8, this or 9.6, this one costs more, whatever. The ones that I see overall, Spider-Man #1 is the most expensive, and then this one comes in second. So I'm already picking up one of the big ones at a real good discount. So super pleased with this. This book makes me so happy. I can't express to you how pleased I am to own this book. It's gonna be one of those forever display books that I put up, and it just makes me smile when I see it, knowing that it's has a record to go with it that I'll still be hunting. And then I really enjoyed the movie so much that I just wanted to own. I've never wanted to own a Fantastic Four book more than when after I saw the movie. And I think that is the crux of what people talk about speculation, movie speculation. I didn't need to own this book before I saw the movie, and after I saw the movie, I did need to own this book. So that is what real speculation is about. Not first appearance here, first appearance there. You know, oh, this guy's going to be in a movie. Someone has to fall in love with that character, that movie, and the idea of owning the book that's associated with that for all that to happen. And that's what happened with this book for me. So hope y'all enjoyed that. That's it for the haul. Fantastic Four #1, a Fantastic Four record to go with, although it's not the record that will eventually go with. And of course, my McFarlane Superman action figure there. So all good stuff. I hope y'all enjoyed that. We'll catch you next time in Bub's World. Remember to read a comic and don't apologize for the glare. Bye-bye.
Now subscribe, you egg-sucking pieces of gutter trash. Now.